Here on this channel, we talk a lot about what's happening in the Utah real estate market, but we primarily focus on Salt Lake, Utah County, Davis County, Weber County, and even Park City, which is going to be Wasatch and Summit County. Those kind of areas get grouped together as well. However, in this video, we're going to actually talk about what's happening outside of that main metro market. We're going to take a look at some of the more rural areas to really get a sense of what's happening outside of the metro area. Although the main metro area is where most people happen to be looking for housing, and it actually is the highest population here in Utah, covering about 2/3 of the entire state, we're going to look at what's happening outside of that just to get a better understanding of the market overall. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in my screen here. As we do that, if you're looking at buying or selling real estate here in Utah, make sure to reach out to me, call, text, or email me anytime. My team and I service the entire state, whether you're looking here right in the heart of Salt Lake City or you're looking in a smaller town, make sure to reach out to me. I can help with that process. My information is here on the screen. Call, text, or email anytime. So we're going to jump in my screen here and take a look at all of these counties, excluding the ones that I just mentioned. So if we come on here, we're actually going to come in here. We're going to exclude these counties. So we're going to exclude Salt Lake. We're going to exclude Utah, Davis, Weber, Summit, and Wasatch. So these are going to be your 6 major counties here along the Wasatch front and the Wasatch back, I guess technically, but we're going to pull up this information here. Now this is going to include Tooele, this is going to include Cache County, this is going to include some of those other areas that still have a relatively good sized population, but are not necessarily part of the metro market. So coming down here, let's get down to the bottom. So for the month of April, we're sitting at about half month worth of data. So we're going to actually look at March. And right here, this is the information that we want to pull up. So March of 2023, we had 602 home sales. Comparing to this time last year, we are down just slightly. We were sitting at about 700 in March and April of last year. We also have seen prices come down a good chunk, but not quite as much as I think a lot of people might expect. If we look back here to March, you can see that prices were at about $450,000 on a median basis, and they climbed ever so slowly, going into April and May, hitting an all-time high here of 466,000. So we've come down from the all-time high from 466 to 425. If we take that and give ourselves a ratio, you can see that home prices have come down about 9%. So not quite as much as I think a lot of people would expect to see based on what you're hearing in the headlines. You're hearing that market is crashing, that things are going crazy, that everybody's getting priced out of homes. And, you know, yeah, sure, I guess that's true for some people, but it's not true for everybody. We're only seeing prices down about 9%, which is not as much as I would have expected. I thought we would be somewhere between 12 and 15%, just kind of based on what's happening with interest rates and the number of homes that are on the market and how many buyers are out there. But here we are. You know, the data is going to speak and the data is going to show us the truth. Again, you have to be careful with this information that you take in here, because if you actually look at January, a little hidden secret here, we actually hit an all-time low here, or at least in relative times, of $389,000. So in January, prices got pretty low. If we take that for $390 to $466, that's actually a ratio of 83.6%, which means that we're down roughly 16.5%. From those all-time highs to the all-time low, if you will, the trough that we saw. Of course, it's not an all-time low, but it is as low as we've seen since the summer of 2021. So pretty big drop there, but prices have actually rebounded. That's because we're going into the spring selling season. We're starting to see more homes sell. We're starting to see more of that activity pop up. And more buyers into the market. We had 417 home sales in January, 444 in February, and 602 here in March. So pretty big increase there. We are still seeing home sell for a good chunk less than what they're listed at, but again, not nearly as bad as what we saw in January. In January, we saw home selling for about 9% less than they were listed for, compared to here in March at 97%. We've also seen days on market actually come down, which is a good sign for sellers in the market, because days on market is now sitting at 49 compared to roughly 50 to 60 that we saw over the last couple of days. So it's down just ever so slightly, but still just enough to kind of make a difference here. So that's pretty interesting information to see here. This is what's happening in those areas outside of the main metro market. So if you're interested in this type of information, make sure to give me a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And again, if you're looking to buy or sell real estate here in Utah, I'd love to be your trusted real estate resource of choice. Please reach out to me, call, text, or email anytime. I love hearing from you guys, and I've had people from all across the world reach out to me, and also people right here in our own backyard reach out. So I'd love to help you. Please reach out if I can. And with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.